dude, the money's going to come. You just have to become somebody that knows how to make money first. Instead of trying out and going out and making money and trying to, people say chase money. People love to chase the paper. Usually you chase things that run from you. They're going to eat your lunch. You stand zero chance to have a successful ad against these guys because they have all this shit, all these tools, all these advantages ahead of you. So people are out here trying to work instead of figuring out, how do I get the tools? How do I get the information? Listen, motherfucker, I need you to understand something. It's not that you don't know technical analysis, that you didn't short Luna at $102 and make 2.6 million like I did. It's that you weren't in the right room that told you the information that gave you the confidence to put a bet, because life is all about bets. Business is all calculated bets. Understanding that your paid traffic and that your attention and your awareness is to nurture a relationship for people to get to know you, and not for you to bag them day one, then that's how you build meaningful business. And you can build meaningful business and still make a fuck ton of money and get super rich and have a life where you can do whatever you want. And I know everybody wants that life, right? Like, you don't want to be a slave to somebody. You don't want somebody calling you and being like, why are you late to work? Or a grown ass person being sat down by another grown ass person and being like, no, you shouldn't have done this. Like, fuck that, right? Like, some people want to live that way. Most people listening to this don't. And the message is to those people. And in order for you to get to that place, you need to understand how to make business work in the long term. You don't want to be the person that's out here jumping niches every 30 days. You don't want to be the person that's out here that has no grounding. Simultaneously, you don't want to be somebody that's niched and it's like, oh, I only sell carpets and my family's been selling carpets for 4 generations. No, you're not a carpet seller, motherfucker. You're a businessman. You're a businesswoman. And that means that in order to do that, you need to learn 3 core principles. You need to learn how to create wealth, okay? How to multiply wealth, and how to preserve wealth. And over the last 2 years, this is what we were talking about, bro, was I noticed people knew how to make some wealth. Most of them didn't know how to multiply it. And most didn't know how to keep it. Why? Because in order to have those 3 different sequences in your life, you have to be thinking differently. You have to have a different state of mind, a different mindset, a different environment, a different set of rules, and different information fed to you that is going to do what? Give you the right mentality and the right tools for you to navigate that season that you're in. That is essential. And that shifts so fast, and you need to be able to pace that. So something that I learned, bro, is over the last 2 years is people jump into a business. Like, dude, how many people open up an e-commerce store, haven't looked up how to open up a business, how to open up, how to get an EIN. They don't know basic shit. Like, how to have a CPA that literally just checks your stuff, or nothing, right? There's no substance. And the problem is there is nobody educating in that flow. It's all, okay, here's how to make money. Dude, the money's going to come. You just have to become somebody that knows how to make money first. Instead of trying out and going out and making money and trying to, people say chase money. People love to chase the paper. Usually you chase things that run from you. So instead of chasing the money, become somebody that knows how to make money, and the money will be made. So people are eager here to jump the gun, and it's because their experience with education, their experience with self-education, with knowledge, with putting yourself in a situation where you want to develop and you want to grow. Most people refuse that because they believe and they feel that the experience is going to be similar to that which they had in university or in high school, which was, it wasn't education, it was indoctrination. And now anytime you're presented with any sort of information that could be valuable, most people face it with the same remorse that they would studying about fucking rocks and the magma plates and the tectonic plates of the earth that have zero implication and zero impact to the outcome and wellness of my life. If you want to study that, that's perfectly fine. And I appreciate the people that do, but for the majority, it's useless and it's worthless. So when we can channel those things, bro, I think it's really good. And I'm excited because over the last couple of months, I think a lot of people have been humbled by the markets. They've been humbled in their businesses. And I think it's a really good opportunity for people to take a look at themselves now that a lot of this shit's kind of slowed down, and be like, okay, what the fuck did I learn? How am I better? And you mentioned Steve Tan, for example. Steve Tan is one of my mentors. He was selling on eBay, almost 2 decades ago. and just an absolute monster in e-commerce, multiple 9 figures. And my relationship with him goes back to the context that I gave you about providing value. But how I see kind of like how he navigates and how he builds his businesses and how he just does e-com, for example, or how he used to do e-com at a massive scale versus people trying to compete with him. I'm like, bro, like they're going to eat your lunch. You stand zero chance to have a successful ad against these guys because they have all this shit, all these tools, all these advantages ahead of you that you have zero chance of winning. So people are out here trying to work instead of figuring out, how do I get the tools? How do I get the information? Listen, motherfucker, I need you to understand something. It's not that you don't know technical analysis, that you didn't short Luna at $102 and make 2.6 million like I did. It's that you weren't in the right room that told you the information that gave you the confidence to put a bet, because life is all about bets. Business is all calculated bets, to the point that you could have learned all you want. But unless you have certain information and certain access, and you know certain people, you're not going to get anywhere. This crypto game is all insiders.